Coming up on the Office of LGBTQ Affairs update, the first ever LGBTQ summit is held in the County of Santa Clara. Plus, the County of Santa Clara hopes more transgender community members will become employees. The update starts now. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Larry Little. Those stories coming up in just a moment. But first, here on the update, June is LGBTQ Pride Month. And while it's supposed to be a time of celebration, it's also a reminder that there's still plenty of work to be done to overcome hate, discrimination, and violence faced by the LGBTQ community. Since May 1st, 7 transgender women of color have been murdered here in the USA, and another died after being released from custody by ICE. In addition to the hate and violence against the transgender community, we've seen the rollback of LGBTQ policy protections from the federal government. On June 4th, the Office of LGBTQ Affairs kicked off Pride Month by hosting a Pride with Purpose event to denounce violence faced by transgender community members and discriminatory federal policy changes.
It's not that we're just, condemning the violence. That's a given. That's the least that we can do. We're actually committing ourselves to helping this community be empowered, so that it's not we doing something for the transgender community, but the transgender community at the table having a voice on what it needs to be done to support themselves.
Our LGBTQ community is a critical facet of the diverse culture that is Santa Clara County and deserves to live without fear. As we continue to bolster our efforts within our own community around a culture of inclusion, and particularly I want to call out the critical inclusion of trans women of color, who even in this community are often the most marginalized and the most at risk.
We hope that this is really about raising our voices, and one of the things I love about living in this place is that we gather together, we support each other, and this is really an expression, I think, from the Board of Supervisors and from myself, of love, affection, and gratitude for the leaders who came before us and really fought for civil rights.
Together. As Lance Moore, local transgender community leader, noted about the current climate, it is so hard not to feel hopeless right now. But we've been here before, and we can get through it as long as we keep speaking up. And that is exactly what we need to do.
All of you for coming to this summit.
Nearly 250 people attended the first ever LGBTQ summit hosted by the Office of LGBTQ Affairs on June 21st at the Campbell Community Center. The all-day event, which included workshops, presentations, and a panel discussion, was an opportunity for county employees, educators, nonprofit staff, researchers, allies, and community members to explore innovative practices that will make a valuable impact on the well-being of LGBTQ communities here in Santa Clara County.
We have to finish breaking through on the equity side, which is no small task, because the inequity is embedded in generations and generations of labeling, of blame that has no business being assigned where it's being assigned.
The County of Santa Clara is committed to being a more diverse and inclusive workplace. On Saturday, June 15th, County Supervisors Chavez and Ellenberg hosted a transgender job fair at the Billy DeFrank LGBTQ+ Community Center. Unfavorable statistics show transgender workers' unemployment numbers at twice the rate of the general population. The job fair has ended, but efforts continue to recruit transgender applicants. For anyone interested in working for the county, visit the employment section of sccgov.org. As we come to the end of another edition of The Update, we want to share with you how one LGBTQ ally is celebrating Pride Month. Take a look. Cody Barlow is from Hobart, Oklahoma, population 590. Here you can see the tailgate of Barlow's truck nicely decorated with a rainbow flag that he made from duct tape and adhesive vinyl letters. Barlow posted this picture to Facebook, which has since gone viral. Here's some of what he wrote in his post. I don't think it's necessary to say, but for all intent and purposes, I am a straight man that grew up here in Oklahoma. This is important to me not only because I have family and friends that are LGBTQ+, but also because countless people have dealt with hatred and judgment simply for who they are and or who they love for far too long. Obviously, doing this isn't going to change the minds of those who are intolerant, but hopefully it can help drown out hatred with love. And finally, here on The Update, our very own Maribel Martinez was recently recognized for Pride Month by San Jose State University, where she is an alumna. I'll read some of the posts. It says she identifies as a queer woman of color, Chicana, indigenous, pansexual, and gay. As the manager of Santa Clara County Office of LGBTQ Affairs, she continues San Jose State University's legacy of social justice. So congratulations to Maribel and, of course, everyone working in the Division of Equity and Social Justice to make Santa Clara County a better place to live for everyone. That's going to do it for this edition of The Update. Remember to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.